Hello everyone, welcome to YouTube Tamilian channel. So in this video I'm going to explain a new thing like what is credit score. So in India, when I was in India, I never heard about what is credit score, I don't even know what is credit score. So once I come to US, I came to know what is credit score and I learned it the hard way, and I built a very good credit score. So there are a lot of benefits of having a good credit score. I will explain you in this video what is credit score, how to build a credit score, how to build a very good credit score, and how to check your credit score, and all these things in this video. Let's get into the video first. So once you enter USA, you may have a lot of questions regarding credit score. So the very first time I came to USA, I was not even know what is credit score. Like when my friend explained me, credit score is very important to even rent an apartment or take a loan, even to like apply for a credit card. If you want a loan or apply for a credit card, everything they'll check credit score. So basically it is like your validity, like how good this guy is financially, like that's the kind of information they will get to know from this number. Usually in India also they check this, but we will not be knowing all this. Banks look for this information, credit score in India, but we never know all these details. But here in USA it is very important to build a very good credit score. If you screw up your credit score, you are done. Here it is very tough to even get an apartment if you screw up your credit score. That's the level of importance it has. So as Indians, when you come from India to here, you may not have a very good credit score and you may not even know how to check it. So in this video I'm going to explain how do you check your credit score when you come to USA freely. Okay, so there are three type of companies which track your credit score, like Experian, Trade Union, and there is one more, I don't remember what it is. So the method I'm going to explain, that will show you this Trade Union and Experian credit score. So and beyond that, how do you check your credit score, how do you build up your credit score, all that I'm going to explain. So let's get into the video further. So this is I'm explaining in Tamil what it is. Okay, all the questions, whatever I was talking about earlier. So how to know your credit score once you are in USA? So there is a website called Credit Karma. They give you these details free. So you have to sign in with your username and password if you have already created one. If you have not created one, you have to create one. You have to fill up all your details, like what's your first name, last name, and whether you are on H1B or L1B, whether you have SSN or something else, if you are a student or something else. All those details you have to fill. So once you fill all those details, that website will give you free of cost the 2 credit reports. So this is a website. From my experience, I logged into this website like 10 years back when I came to USA the very first time. And the very first time I logged in, it showed my credit score as around like 680 or something like that. So usually the credit score ranges from 500 to 850-ish, something like that. So it's if you screw up really, then it goes into the range of like 500, 600, something like that. And if you maintain your credit score over a period of time, it slowly rises towards 800. So once you reach 800, you are in a very good state with respect to like borrowing a loan or getting all the, you will get a very good interest rate. So that's one good thing if you have a very good credit score. So this is one of the safest website as per my knowledge, and now it is bought by TurboTax, I think. So it's a good company, so you can log in, and that's purely my experience. So it's up to you to check or not, that's up to you. So the other option is like if you have a bank account or a credit card account, some of the credit cards are nowadays offering what is your credit score as a free of service. So Discover credit cards, they offer credit score as a free information. Bank of America offers it. Wells Fargo offers it. So a lot of the credit card companies does that today. So how to build a good credit score? That's the next thing we have to understand, right? So once you log into that website, you will know what is your credit score. So if you are coming to USA the very first time, or maybe like you stayed here 1 year and then you went back to India and then you came back again, you're applying, you wanted to settle down here, like you have your own apartment, you wanted to have your own apartment, wanted to have loans and all that. So that's when you need your credit score. So you go check it on those websites. Even if you don't check, the companies what you're applying for loan, or say if you're buying a car and you're applying for a loan, they will check your credit score and they will give a copy of it to you in a hard copy. But this Credit Karma website will show you over a period of time, like say it's not one time thing, like once you log in, you can log in as many number of times you want, and they will send you updates also if there is any updates to your credit score, if there is a bad remark or a good remark, all that. So we will talk about all that in this video. And so how to build a good credit score? The one thing is like payment history. So as soon as you come from India, maybe you won't be eligible for applying a credit card. So apply maybe a secured credit card. So what is a secured credit card? It's like you pay some $500 to a bank, like a Capital One Bank or Bank of America or Wells Fargo. You pay like $500 or $1,000 and then say, hey, I want a secured credit card. They will give you the limit of like whatever the amount you paid. Like say if you paid $500, they will give you a credit card with $500 limit. You can spend up to $500 in that credit card, which is nothing but your money, and you have to pay it back. So it's like a deposit for giving you a first credit card in USA. So this is the best way to build a credit if you don't have a credit card already in USA. So the best approach to start with is a secured credit card. That's how I started it. Like the very first credit card I applied was a secured credit card, and then you maintain that credit card for like 3 months or 6 months, that bank, and you keep paying them back. Like you maintain the payment history, like all the time you paid back within the due date, if possible the entire amount you paid back. So that way you will be able to maintain a good history of payment history. So they will see 3-4 months, and then if you're good, they will issue an actual credit card, not a secured credit card, actual credit card, the bank itself. Like I went with I think one of the bank, and I deposited initially $500, and then within 3 or 6 months they gave me the actual credit card, and then they paid back the deposit back to me. So don't worry, you can get back the deposit even if you cancel the credit card or if you don't want the credit card. So that's the best way, I would say. Go for it. And then once you have the credit card, actual credit card, never miss a payment. That's the important thing. How to build a good credit score. It's the very, very important thing. Like never miss a payment. Like always like put it in auto pay or something like that. So it's like whatever you are spending, that only you are paying back, right? So make sure you keep the money in the banks to pay the credit card. That way you will be able to build a very good credit score. That's my strategy to build a very good credit score. So and this is the universal strategy as well. So I paid back all the time, 100%, whatever my credit card balance is every month. So I have a very good credit history after being here for a long time, like maybe 8 years now. Continuously I'm staying here, so I had a very good credit score now. So this is one of my strategy. I paid back all the time, and this is recommended by experts too. So start doing this. And the next important thing is like credit card use. So if you just have only one credit card and the limit on the credit card is like say $1,000, and if your monthly expenses, like you spend for a month, right? So in that month, if you spend up to $800 on the credit card, that's like 80% you used your credit card. So this is also have a high impact. So if you use out of your credit limit of $1,000, if you use 80%, like $800, that means you're pretty much depending on that. That's how they see it. Banks see it. Not just banks. It's like all your lenders. Everybody sees that way. உங்களுக்கு கடன் கொடுக்குற எல்லாரும் அதே மாதிரி தான் பார்ப்பாங்க. So all your lenders will see it that way. So make sure your credit card use percentage is less. How do you do that? Like, so if you're like the very first time you're starting with, so at that time you cannot keep it like this much low, 2% or 4%, right? I understand. So the very first credit card I started with is the limit is only $500, and my expenses will go more than 500 in the month, right? So what I did is like every time I use the card, I pay it back like within 2 days, the first 3-4 months. So that way I maintained my credit card use within 20% or 30%. So as long as you maintain within 30%, you're good. You are not flagged as like highly using a credit card or anything like that. Try to maintain within 30%. The other option is like once you like have 1 year of credit history in USA and you keep paying your payments on time, you will get offers from all the other banks like, hey, you have a good credit score, can you take our credit card, something like that. So start applying for good credit cards, which gives you like benefits like rewards or like cashback rewards or sign up rewards. So at one point in time I was having like 8 to 10 credit cards. It's too many, I know, but I did it because I wanted to have a very huge huge advantage towards this impact credit card usage, right? See how much it is. Mine is like 2% out of 100%. So you see how much my credit card limit is then. So like this is one good thing. Like you can take credit cards and you don't have to use it. Just keep it. Whatever 1 or 2 cards you use, keep using that, and then all other cards just keep it in the home. So that way your credit card limit is big, but whatever you are using, like say $1,000 you are using, that will be like 2% or 4% or 10%, something like that. This will help you in a long time. But I would say let's not use all the credit cards what you apply. Initially, if you are not able to maintain all those credit cards, don't apply for it. Just go with 1 or 2 credit cards max, and eventually they will increase your credit limit over a period of time, like say 3 years. The one credit card what you applied itself, if you request for a credit limit, you say credit limit increase, they will increase it. And like based on your again credit score, they will increase it to a certain percentage. You can ask for it again maybe 1 year down the line, so they'll give you again. So that's how you can do it, like with 2 credit cards or 3 credit cards if you wanted to maintain. So that's very important thing. So let's go to the next thing. So another thing is derogatory marks. So a lot of the people, even though they maintain the first 2 things, they get dinged by this. How this happens? Usually like there are so many bills you used to get, like say if you go to a hospital, you will get a bill in the email or after like month or 2 months in a mail, or sometimes you get your cable bill, electricity bill, water bill. So many bills you will get in USA. So all those bills, either it comes in the mail or it comes in your email, depends on how you sign up online or like a mail. So say if you moved out of that particular house from that apartment to another apartment and you forgot to forward your mails to your new house through USPS, what happens is like your mails are dropped somewhere. And if you get a bill from a hospital, or if you get a bill from like a cable guy and you forgot to pay them, what happens here is like they will send it to a collection agency. So the collection agency will try to contact you, and if you still didn't pay them, or if they are not able to contact you, what will they do is they will report it to your credit agency. The 2 credit agency, I remember the first 2 things I said: Trade Union, Experian, and then Equifax. So there are 3 credit agencies. They maintain your credit history, all of them. They make a lot of money by maintaining that. So they keep tracking yours, and these companies, whoever was supposed to get money from you, they will report it to that agency. It's like, this guy did not pay the bills that he's supposed to pay. And what they do, they severely reduce your credit history because you did not pay your bill, right? So that's what is derogatory marks. So very important, very high impact. As you can see, mine is 0 because I used to maintain all that and make sure there is no derogatory marks. And I log into Credit Karma, check every often, like once in a month or 2 months once I check it, so that I don't get any derogatory marks. So this is another reason why I was suggesting like we should log into Credit Karma to check this often, and they will even inform you like if you have a bill pending or something like that you forgot to pay or something like that. And once you know that there is a derogatory mark, you can see the details of it when you click on the view details in the website, and then go see what is that, and you can contact those agencies and tell them that that is wrong if it is a wrong report from somebody that you don't know. Say sometimes even that could happen, right? So somebody with your name might have cheated, and you may be in trouble for that. So you can contact them and ask them to correct it. They will correct it if you provide proofs for those details. So these are the very important things how to build a good credit score over a period of time. If you make sure you maintain all these 3 things like payment history, credit card usage, and then derogatory marks. So these 3 things you should keep maintaining it. Make sure log into that website and then check every few months so that you don't get into any trouble with all these 3 things. Once you maintain all these 3 things, you are pretty much good, but there are a few other things that you have to keep in mind as well. So these are not as important as what we saw in the first 3 slides, the last 3 slides, but these are also important. So credit age, total accounts, and hard inquiries. What are these? So credit age is nothing but like, so say I'm living here for 8 years, right? But what is the first account I opened here? What is the last account I opened here? They average it out, how many years those accounts are open. They average it out and give me a credit age. Like say you came just like 2 days back and you apply for a credit card, secured credit card, and you're maintaining that credit card for a year. So your credit age will be 1 year. And if you have like multiple cards, all of them will get averaged. Say like 1 year back you applied 1 card and you are still maintaining that credit card, and today you apply another credit card and you have now 2 credit cards. Now your average credit age will become like 6 months, because it's 2 cards, 1 card with no age and 1 card with 1 year age, right? So it becomes like 6 months. So it gets divided. So they use all the loan accounts you take, personal loans, mortgage loans, and any type of car loans, education loans. All those will be considered as an account, credit account. So don't confuse this with the actual bank account you open. So that won't add you any credit score at all, because credit itself is like actual credit. I don't have to explain that. So it's only credit accounts like mortgage, loans, and all those type of accounts. How many accounts you open and what is the age of those accounts, that matters. So this is having a medium impact, not a real huge impact, as long as you maintain those first 3 things, like I said, like payment history, card usage, and then derogatory marks. You don't have to be much worried about this, because as soon as you come to the country and start opening your accounts, you'll have very less credit age, but that's fine. And the total accounts is like very low impact, but make sure you maintain that. Like you should not be too many accounts and you should not be too low accounts. Like say you should not have only 1 credit account, or you should not have 27 total accounts, credit accounts. Too many is also a problem, too few is also a problem. So maintain somewhere like 8 to 10 accounts average. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, that's there. Like you can just maintain only 3 accounts or 4 accounts, basic accounts needed. And the hard inquiry is another important thing, which is still a low impact, but every time, what is a hard inquiry is like, say if you're applying for a loan to a bank, they will check your credit history to those 3 agencies that I talked about, right? So those 3 agencies will report the information to the bank that, hey, this is this guy's credit score, but they will record that, okay, he is trying to apply for a loan, that's why this agency, loan company or bank company is asking me these details. So they will record it as an inquiry, one inquiry from this bank about this guy, something like that. So if you have too many inquiries in the like 1 month or 2 months, it's very short time, right? So that means like you're trying to get too many loans in short time. So that will go as a bad thing. So try to maintain like 1 or 2 inquiries in a year, not more than that. So this is another thing that you have to maintain, but it is having a low impact compared to all other things that I said. So when you apply for a new credit card, you will get one impact here, one inquiry here that will a little bit reduce your credit score, like 5 points, 3 points, something like that. If you keep on applying, like in a 3 months time frame, if you keep like 7 credit cards if you applied, then this will have huge impact. But still it will not be as impactful as not paying or not having some derogatory remarks and all that. So I think I pretty much explained how to build a good credit score. I think I answered all the questions. Let's go through the questions. What is a credit score? Now we know what is a credit score. And how do we know our credit score? That's by going to the Credit Karma. You can going to the Credit Karma website and log in, and you can get to know. If we come to newly to USA, what is our credit score will be? So you will log in and you will check on your website, that Credit Karma website. That's one option. The other option would be to like directly pay money to those trading agencies, like credit reporting agencies, and then get the report, hard copy of it. So it will be like you have to pay for each of those agencies. That's like $50 or $40, something like that. It's unnecessary, but if you wanted to, you can do that too. How to build a good credit score is what pretty much we saw in this video. And how to maintain the score, if you just make sure you pay your bills all the time and don't miss the bills, don't forget to pay the bill, and keep constantly checking your credit score on that website. Those are the good things. So what are the advantages of a good credit score? Maybe we didn't talk a lot about what is the advantages of a good credit score. Let's talk about it. So if you have a good credit score, like say 850, 835, when you go apply for a home loan or a car loan, you will get a very good interest rate. Say like in USA, interest rates are insanely low compared to India. So 4% interest is like high here. Okay. So if you have a 850 credit score, you will get around 2.5% interest rate for a fixed loan for 15 years, something like that. And for a car loan, you will get around like 3% or 2.85%, something like that. They will rush to offer you more offers if you have a 850 credit score. But if you have like 550 out of like 850 credit score, nobody will even give you a loan, or they will offer you a loan with like 6%, 7% interest rate, which is very high here. So this is one side of it. The other side of it is like, say if you have a very bad derogatory remarks, like you did not pay your rent with your other apartment, if your landlord put a ding on your credit score, like saying that this guy did not pay rent on time a lot of times, then when you apply for an apartment application, when you submit an application for renting an apartment, they will right away reject your request, citing that you have not paid your rent in the previous community or something like that. So that much important the credit score is. You will not even able to rent a house in USA if you don't have a good credit score. There are many other things that I can go on and explain, like you will lose a lot of money, and if you don't have a good credit score, you will earn a lot of money if you have a good credit score. That summarizes it. Thank you for patiently listening to all this information. Please subscribe to my channel. I will explain more and more things for people who come to USA for the first time from India or any other country for a matter of sake. Please subscribe. Thank you.